Hello, good morning and welcome to the AM News. I am Peter CBD. Now, minority political candidates locked horns on Joy News Imani Africa debate with bold statements about why the electorate should consider them as a formidable third force. There were both moderate and radical proposals on the best way to deal with some of the endemic issues facing the country. We have highlights of the debate at the University of Professional Studies in Accra.
Those who are beginning to come up with businesses should be given tax holidays and tax exemptions. That will help the business community to grow. And I think these are the areas that we have to tackle.
Mr. Asanarega, you're a businessman yourself. What would you do to major interventions to improve the climate for those in the industry?
One, reduce taxes. Two, encourage the businesses to have an enabling environment to grow. Three, to support businesses with capital to build up. Four, to help the business, guarantee them with land, labor efficiency for the businesses to thrive. All along, when you work around in this country, you realize that most people have start capital and they don't have working capital. So sometimes businesses go down because in the process of trying to build up, and there are so many taxes that you can pay, you're forced to use the little working capital you have. And when these cannot sustain you, these businesses go down. And now the most important thing is efficiency of labor. Our labor force sometimes are not that qualified to support businesses to grow. So businesses, men and women, come into this country and looking for the right labor, and it's a problem. So we need to build a labor force that is very sustainable, strong, and robust to help this country move forward. Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Greenstreet, your interventions?
At a point in time, when you studied economics, it was not called economics, it was called political economy. And that is because it is the politics which controls the economics. But over the last 20 or so or 30 years, they have created the impression that economics is a special area on its own, which should be allowed to propagate this theory, which actually has failed, that it is only the private sector which is the engine of growth. It is only retrenchment, deregulation, reduction of taxes which will produce success. Actually, that is why we have vast unemployment, and that is why we find ourselves in the situation we are in now, because that approach has entirely failed. We need state intervention to provide long-term availability of capital, as has been done in countries which have succeeded, like Sweden, Germany, Singapore, Taiwan, and elsewhere, in an intentional manner with a desired result.